Hey guys, I got a really great RU match for you today. This one's against a guy by the name of Lone Wolf Akira. I found him on Elo stream, and I'm really glad I did because he's a really great guy. We talked for like an hour during slash after the battle, and this battle, as you will see, is incredibly fun. So yeah, I'm just gonna go for the Volt Switch. I was figuring this Wish Cash would come out, but might as well see. He does in fact come out. I'm gonna go my Sceptile because it's the only thing I really have to counter it. And he shows me that he has sub, and I'm like, what? Why didn't you just Dragon Dance so that I could be faster than you still and kill you with a Leaf Blade? So yeah, I'm gonna easily take out his substitute, and he is gonna just go for the Earthquake just to get a bunch of damage on me as much as he possibly can. No point in wasting the substitute, as almost everyone says, and it's true. There's no point in wasting the substitute. So he's going to switch out here into his Duskox, and that's going to do absolutely nothing because he quad resists the Leaf Blade. Judging from this damage, he's bulky though, so I'm going to go for the Rock Slide, and it's going to do a good chunk, probably about 50%, I want to say. And he's just going to go for the Quiver Dance. Actually, now looking at that, it's probably a little more, probably like 60%. Either way, after leftovers, I was confident I'd be able to 2-hit KO him, and again, because these attacks seem to be doing pretty little, compared to his base stats, I figure Quiver Dance isn't going to put him into a tier faster than me, not a tier like. He's not going to be faster than me. So I just went for the Rock Slide, and he is in fact not faster than me. It does not miss, and it does kill. So that's great. He's going to go into his Duosion here to wall me. I'm going to go for the Leaf Blade. It's going to do more than half, but he's just going to recover to Life Orb stall me, which is fine. I'm doing slightly more damage than he's recovering. Plus, if I can get a crit with this 12.5% chance, he's going to be one dead Duosion, right? So I don't get it here. Here I'm telling him, I'm like, oh my god, Leaf Blade, just crit, right? I'm telling him on Skype. And so I should went for the Rock Slide because it's pretty obvious I was going to go for the Leaf Blade again to catch this incoming Altaria pretty hard. On the other hand, he had no real reason to switch out because he was only losing like 5-10% to Leaf Blade after recover. Anyways, he's going to go into his Altaria, and he's going to take that Leaf Blade pretty well. Yeah, I'm going to send him my Manectric. He does have the HP Ice. He is Choice Specs. And yeah, I'm going to go for that HP Ice. It's going to do a nice bit of damage to this Wish Cache, but in the end it's only like 30-35%, so I really don't want to stay in because he's just going to Earthquake me and I'm going to die. So I am going to go to my own Altaria because he's going to take that Earthquake and Waterfall. Earthquake's going to do nothing, Waterfall's going to do only a little bit, so I'm not scared. Here I'm predicting him to set up the substitute again because he doesn't want me to status him with Toxic or well, just Toxic, because Thunder Wave wouldn't do anything. I don't even know if this gets Thunder Wave. Never seen one with Thunder Wave. Anyways, I'm going to blow him right out, or not blow him, that's Whirlwind, roar him out to his own Altaria, and I figure, oh great, this is just going to be awesome. So I'm going to go for the Dragon Pulse. He's going to switch into his Duosion, and that's going to do a nice little chunk, and yeah, he's obviously physically defensive, because I have no special attack investment, and yeah, that did quite a bit. So I'm going to go my Primate here. I'm fairly confident he's either going to Calm Mind or Recover, because there's no real point in him Psychicking at that point, because, I mean, Altaria does have a whole ton of special defense, and it's, mine is max special defense. So I'm going to go my Primate, go for the U-turn. It's not going to do quite as much as I thought, especially since that's a crit, and I'm just like, what? So, he's going to just go for the Psychic, not wanting to, overpredict. I guess he didn't know they usually U-turn, especially since it's super effective and stuff, and I don't get anything like Night Slash or Crunch or whatever. So I'm just going to kind of Encore him. I don't know, it's kind of a mistake. I probably should have let him do Recover, but I really didn't want to, and I'm not really taking that much damage from Psychic. So yeah, I'm just going to Encore him to that. Now I'm going to use my second move, which is Disable. So now he is locked into Psychic, but he's also not allowed to use Psychic. So according to the game, that makes sense, and so he's forced to basically just do nothing all the time. I know he's going to switch out here because obviously he can't do anything, and so I'm just going to lay off a Toxic, because that is this Alakazam's job. It is a Toxic stalling Alakazam. I made this set literally the morning of, and I was telling a couple people how evil and hilarious this set would be to use, and it's actually pretty good because, I mean, Alakazam does have really high base speed, so he is good. I'm going to go full circle and show him that I have Protect. So I mean, this is literally a wall breaker. It's kind of like the sub disable Gengar that's been running around OU nowadays, but because it's not immune to ground, normal, and fighting, there's not the, I can't just rely on substitute, so I basically use protect to, lure them into their only move, disable it. If they use the status move, I encore them, then disable, and then just toxic. And it's a really great wall breaker. I mean, if something like Chansey comes in or whatever, or Blissey, and they only have, Seismic Toss, obviously Thunder Wave and Toxic is going to do anything because I have Magic Guard, and, healing and whatever really won't matter because, yeah, they're going to have to switch out because they're toxic. So yeah, it's a really good set. I really want to try it on some walls, maybe like Cress or Clefable or something. That will be really interesting. It's going to be so much fun. I love that Alakazam set. But yeah, I'm going to go my Seadra here because I'm not going to disable him because I figure he's smart enough to know that I'm going to disable and he's going to go for the Earthquake instead of the Waterfall. I'm going to go my Seadra because he's going to take both those pretty well. I could have went into my Altaria. She would have taken it better, but I wanted to start setting up. Because this is a physically defensive Seadra with Eviolite, with Rest Talk, and Dragon Dance, and Waterfall. So it's another set that I made, the day of, and it seems pretty interesting, so I thought I'd bring it along. So yeah, he's going to bring his Altaria here, and yeah, I'm getting a bunch of Dragon Dances up. He shows me here that he has Cotton Guard, and I'm like, oh, damn. But I show him here that I have Rest. So basically, I was telling him, I'm like, as soon as I get to +6, I just need to, blast off some waterfalls until I either flinch you like 2 or 3 times in a row, or I get a crit. And I mean, crit will happen eventually. That's sort of good on Game Freak for putting that in. Stall will never win because he can't really do anything to me. He does have Flamethrower. Even if he had Dragon Pulse, it's not really doing too much damage anyways. It would do significantly more. Probably do, close to 100. But still, that's not a whole lot, because I am a Rest Talker, as I said. So yeah, I'm just going to be a Rest Talker and stay in here, just trying to get +6 up. Eventually, somewhere in here, he does realize that I am right, and that as soon as I do get a crit, he's going to be in some serious trouble. So he's eventually going to switch out. I'm not sure when. He's going to try and Toxic me again, but, that doesn't matter because I have Rest. Yeah, so I'm just waiting for him basically to switch out or stay in and get critted eventually. Because, yeah, like I said, I'm basically on the upper hand here, even though it will be a stall war. So he's going to go to Sharpedo, which is fine by me, despite having no speed investment. I am going to still outspeed him because I think at this point I'm at +4 or something. I wasn't sure if he's going to Waterfall or Protect, but looks like he's probably going to go for the Crunch. I am going to flinch him, which is pretty hilarious. And here he is going to get a speed boost, and after that he's going to go for the Aqua Jet. I never really got why people used Aqua Jet. Just, carry Protect. It lets you scout, and it's not that big a deal to wait 1 turn so that you can just outspeed rather than priority. But then again, it is pretty nice for other priority. I don't know. So he's going to Aqua Jet me, he's going to do almost nothing, and he's going to get hit with the Poison Point while I go for the rest, so he's actually going to kill himself here because of the 12.5% poison damage, which I thought was pretty hilarious, because it's just like, hey, don't come at me, bro. So at this point, I'm in a bad spot, because he's going to pretty much 2-hit KO me with Psychic, and I figured he would, because, again, I have no special defensive investment, despite Eviolite. Seadra's base special defense is shit. It's like 40 or something. It's like Kingdra's is way better. But yeah, so I'm basically like, come on, Sleep Talk, give me Waterfall, because I'm at +5. I get Rest, and then I get my final +6 Dragon Dance, which is great because let's all die at +6 while you're asleep. And that's exactly what happens. So there goes my Seadra. His reign is over. But, he did his job pretty well. So I'm going to go into my Manectric. I'm just going to lay off a Thunderbolt. That's obviously going to kill despite his bulk, because it is, again, Spec, Stab, max special attack, etc., blah, blah, blah. This Nose Pass here is going to take the Thunderbolt pretty well. That's considering it doesn't have really that great special defense. That does, like, very little. He's going to go for the Stealth Rocks. I'm not really sure why. He said he wasn't sure what to do, but he has Pain Split, but it wouldn't have been that big of a deal because I probably would have been able to KO him the next turn. or the turn after that. Doesn't really matter. I'm going to go with Primate Pier as he Toxics. I know Flamethrower won't do anything, and there's nothing else he can really do. So I am going to go for the Ice Punch. He doesn't have Heal Bell because he has Cotton Guard, Roost, and Flamethrower Toxic. So my Alakazam could have just Toxic Stalled him. But that's not necessary because Ice Punch is going to be an Oko, and that's the end of the battle. I hope you guys enjoyed. I really loved this match. It was so much fun. Like I said, we were laughing and just talking about it the whole time. It's hilarious, great match, lots of original sets. I get to try out some brand new stuff. He used some stuff that I've never really seen before. I mean, Substitute on a Wish Cache, a couple of EV-like Pokemon. Not too stally overall. But yeah, like I said, great match. I hope you guys enjoyed it because I really did. And I'll come at you next time. Hopefully it's just as good as this one. But probably won't be. I'm sorry. See you later.